Hello, and welcome back to the Three Wise Men of Crypto. With me, Wizard of Alt. I'm joined by Dave, and I'm joined by our friend Justin, who is seemingly dressed for a day either at a Trump event or for a day of blood, or maybe
Make
both.
red great again.
How are we, gents?
Very good, thanks.
Yeah, very good. All good.
Just went full profit on my little Bitcoin short scalp. So, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I closed out some longs. Yeah, we nailed the bottom last week, I must say. Anyone who tuned in last week and listened in,
You owe us money, profit share.
Yeah, 100%. we had the charts that showed 108, 108.8, 108.9. I think we had marked out, didn't we, on the charts? And lo and behold, we when everyone thought we were going to 105, we went back up instead to 114. So that was a very beautiful day. But yeah, outside of that, how have the trades been for you two gentlemen? I know, Dave, you've been playing a lot in the deck space. Yeah, how have things been? Anything caught your eye? Any nice trades? What's the deal?
No, I'll let you fire away first.
Yeah, I've just been mostly playing perp dexes, which has been some good, some not so good. Obviously, blue has been fantastic, which I don't know if we discussed that on last week. I don't know. I can't remember if I was in this time last week on that. I think we was, but yeah, blue's been fantastic. That's over a 2x, depending on obviously where anyone got in. So yeah, that's been good. Caught a nice rally up on Apex yesterday. Still holding some of the positions, so I'm just looking to add. I'm kind of hoping that it slowly drifts down towards 1, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm just still playing the Dex per narrative. I don't see anything else at the moment to kind of latch onto, so I'm just going to play that until it just ends, basically. But CZ's still obviously actively pushing it near enough every day, so we'll see what happens with it, how long it lasts, and if it lasts into Q4. But yeah, just play it until it stops, basically.
Ride the trend.
Mm.
Yeah, I've scalped a few bits. Obviously, we caught Bitcoin and Ethereum at the bottom, which is quite funny. I've taken profits on both of them longs. I shorted yesterday from 114.5 and exited at 113.1. So it's only a little small play. So I might probably leave crypto for the rest of the day because month end, it's probably going to have some shenanigans. I've not looked at the monthly candle. I'm sure we'll get into that. And then outside of that, my day is always full of gold. Is my that's how I choose to spend my days: trading gold, collecting pips, making money.
Have you started buying gold bars yet?
No, I wish I had done though, because it would have been I've got a bit, but it's obviously the problem with gold. I think we talked about this before, Dave. Might have even been back in the stonks. It's with other metals, and it's like, well, where do you store it without some non-desirable folks that might come around and rob you? But I understand from a mutual friend of ours that even the Swiss have lowered the fees or the holding fees for actually storing physical gold.
Yeah.
Clearly, gold in general has been on a mad run. It's made 38 or 39
all-time highs this year.
This year alone.
Nuts.
Which is crazy. But I don't really care if it's up or down. I just scalp it, so I don't really matter. Yeah. But I think clearly some people in the know are stacking it
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah, it's that exit. For me, it feels like the exit away from. I think it plays into a broader trend that we've been seeing of a move away from dollar-denominated assets, which that was also some of my thesis behind the Chinese stocks, is that we'll start to see people try and hedge their risk outside of dollars. I mean, metals are obscene. Like I saw a really interesting chart actually that was silver compared to the S&P 500, and I didn't realize how low silver was compared to the S&P 500, but how violent it was in '08, which I thought was a really interesting chart. And I think, yeah, metals across the board. I bought some platinum today. I saw it had a horrendous overnight, so I thought that was probably a good one to add a little bit into the portfolio. But yeah, it seems to be metal season well and truly.
Yeah, it's. Well, I was just looking. So, in general, obviously, I don't know if did you see the news conference yesterday with Netanyahu and Trump? I don't know if you watched that, but that looks poised to potentially either ramp up big time or peace to the Middle East. And wouldn't it be funny that everything's been railed into submission, and then something that could be risk-on nature for end of wars, which means your speculative assets, altcoins, and it all seems to come into perfect timing. What are the chances?
Yeah, it's boiling up, isn't it? It feels like something is nearly there, and we've nearly got the floodgates.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you boys, but I can't wait for some sort of blow off top, because this bull run has been exhausting.
Yeah, I'm not half. It's been easy for anyone all in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If you're all in Bitcoin, it's been the easiest ride ever.
Yeah, I wish I'd stuck more to. I wish I'd continued sticking to stocks. I've had all my stocks have done really well, and all my crypto has done really.
If it helps, Dave, I sold all my Bitcoin, all my Ethereum, all my XRP, all the basic stuff that pumped. I sold, and I didn't sell it at the top. I sold it to rotate into all the new shiny stuff that is absolutely more railed than our friend Bonnie Blue.
That's what's done people though, isn't it? It's the new shiny stuff or the smaller stuff. Even if you just, in hindsight, obviously, everyone would have just stuck to large caps. It would have been fine, because even things like Link and stuff are still like 5x up off the bottom or whatever.
Yeah.
It was that rotation. It was that early rotation, wasn't it? It's trying to front run the altcoin season, and it's not gone too well. And then just to rub salt in the wounds is you just have these random altcoins that aren't in your portfolio that will just go and do like a 20 or 30x in a few days, just out of nowhere. I'm looking at you, Asta. I faded that one hard. And MYX, we faded that one. I mean, we faded a lot of things. I didn't sell anywhere near enough. I had wrecked in my portfolio until it was beginning to come down, and I thought it would move back up again. And I'm now down 60% from the top. Still in profit on it, but it's a painful one. But Borg's done quite well. But yeah, I mean,
nicely up today, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm struggling to know what to buy. I think I'm getting to the point where on the stock front, there's not too much that I quite like. Metals feels like I'll continue putting into metals, but it feels like I'm chasing. and then I sort of don't want to put. I'm sort of at the point where I'm scared of putting more money into crypto, just how miserable the last year has been. But you got to buy whenever it's fearful, I guess. But I mean, the whole crypto space has been fearful for the best part of the year anyway. So take that as you will.
Yeah. Well, I've made a executive decision. I've just opened or started opening an actual long on Bitcoin, having looked at the 3-day chart.
It's had quite a fast drop off, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I had some entries marked out around 112-ish. Whether it gives me that, I don't know.
I think anywhere where we are now, basically 112.9 to 111.7 is kind of a decent-ish scalp bid zone. So I will start loading up some positions.
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, and then it's potentially. Then it'll be interesting to see where we go from there, whether we begin to push up more towards that all-time high again, and clear out, or whether we see a more sort of protracted move down.
Well, I would say if you look at the monthly, obviously we've had 2 months. Well, it's been relatively equal highs and lows. I wonder if we don't push up to around about that 115, 116 area today, which is around the month at the August monthly open. So yes, I am started bidding long.
Yeah.
Why not? Give it a whirl. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, and then Ethereum. I really like the look of Ethereum. I like the look of that candle, that red monthly candle, but holding. Played out the bottom side, and it's played out exactly as we said previously on a stream, Justin, where we said that it would stay in this range.
Yeah.
And the range top has been defended, and the range bottom has been defended.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been all right. I think it's ETH. I really wanted to bid around about from basically 4030 down to probably that candle that goes down to around about 3960. If we get down that far. That's where I'll kind of. That's on the what? That is on the 4 hour.
On the 4 hour.
Yeah. Where I'm looking. So you had that weekend kind of consolidation that we had. There, yeah. So basically, there's the wick high from that.
There.
Yeah. So Friday, the 5 p.m. candle. Friday, that candle there. Yeah. So basically, from the wick of that, basically down to the wick of Sunday 1 p.m. candle.
Sunday 1 p.m.
Yeah.
This one here.
So basically, that bid range of basically around there. That's where I fancy. Not signals, obviously.
Pure financial advice.
No.
Pure financial advice.
No financial
just for you,
advice.
Dave. No one else.
Get your bids in.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know me, I don't like to overcomplicate these things. It's keep it simple. Wiz is going all in now.
Yeah, I've got my orders set.
Have you been trading Bitcoin and ETH much, Dave?
Yeah, I traded some of the move up. I didn't leave it open all the way to the top yesterday, but I did have a long on from Thursday.
Yeah.
Which I closed out at like 113, I think it was.
Yeah.
Didn't trade it all the way up, but yeah, it was a nice push up off the bottom.
Feels like we should bounce soon, but alas, I am in Bitcoin. I'm ready to party. But outside of that, I'm not.
Where's your zone on
any altcoins? I don't think. I've quite liked just doing. To be honest with you, I've quite liked just trading Bitcoin and ETH, and just getting back to them because
it's peaceful.
It's just at least it's a bit more predictable, isn't it? Otherwise, you're basically trying to rationalize basically a meth head, which is not an easy task.
No, not at all. Not at all. I've been eyeing up AVAX as well. But I don't know. I want to bid AVAX, but I want to bid a lot lower. It feels like it's hanging sort of in the balance.
Missed that perfect retest of $27 last week. I missed it as well because it front run my alert by like 7 cents.
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
So I didn't even realise that AVAX had come back down that far.
I've just found an old chart on Link with an old path on it from.
Has it played
April.
out? Has it played out to a T?
It's not far off. I will share it in our group for a laugh. And I genuinely have not. I've only just looked at this. It's quite funny.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Oh, that is
not quite perfect, but it's not far off.
Yeah, pretty close.
No. Yeah. That impulse on it though was beautiful, wasn't it? From 17. I'm still really sour because I longed it and my stop out was 15.5. It clipped my stop and then went.
That happened to me on Solana over the weekend. It clipped me out by like 10 or 20 cents and then just went up from there.
But I think if you was interested in Link, and I am interested in Link, I think anywhere bidding from $19.20 to around about $20 is a really good bid zone.
I actually think Link is probably the best altcoin to trade.
Yeah,
it trades so cleanly. Like it's not. It's not irrational at all. Like it trades very clean.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably maybe even better than ETH because we've got none of this ridiculousness where we've got it with ETH now as well.
So
Link's just very clean between levels.
So where does something like Link go to in the bull run when it kicks off in earnest? 14.5 billion market cap now. Does it go up above 100?
What does it need to go to get back to its previous one?
So all-time high on it is 52.
Yeah, I saw something interesting on Solana that even though obviously when it got back up to 260,
is it the market cap
of it doubled?
Yeah, I saw that. It's nuts, wasn't it? I mean, yeah, it was like lower than, didn't break its all-time high, but the market cap was twice as high, which goes to show that we're now that we've now moved more towards the tokenomics environment. I mean, that's pretty dismal, isn't it? But
yeah,
Yeah. Solana's a weird one, and this is where I'm sort of. And one of the things that's been on my mind certainly the last week or so, off the back of the plasma thing, is if we're basing a lot of the theories of some of these high throughput chains on the movement of stable coins, how then do they compete with these new institutional L1s that are designed only for stable coins? Because ultimately, something like, if you're doing stable coins, ultimately something like Plasma will then inherently always be ahead of something like Solana when it comes to stable coins, because it's been built for that exact purpose.
Plasma's off,
And so then
where APY as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and their airdrop was pretty mad. Not that I got any, but yeah. What's our what are all of our predictions then for Link? Where do you think it tops out?
Well, the thing is, it has intrinsic value, right? And is something that real world wise should be useful. So I don't know. I'm not really worried about the number, but it to me, it's what is the market cap of something like this? What is the market cap potential of AVAX? And then kind of work a price back from there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It should be easily above that high, and easily by some margin. But
yeah,
I just don't know. I really, really don't know how to judge some of these things, because it only takes, what was it, things like Matic in the last bull run that suddenly gets that momentum and then just goes absolutely bonkers. Yes, this tough one's cool. I don't know how you project it unless you have someone going, we have got a surefire group of whales that will push this to X, Y, Z. I don't know the answer. I don't know how anyone goes, right, we are projecting it's going to get to 100 billion or 2 trillion or whatever it may be.
Yeah. State of that on the monthly.
Yeah, that candle was just, if anyone wants to see manipulation, there's a real life example.
Barely dipped in a bear market.
You're just looking at the market caps, obviously. Bitcoin, 2.2 trillion. And then the next closest thing being Ethereum at just under 500 billion.
Yeah, ETH dominance.
I mean, BNB, that's just manipulated to hell, right?
Oh,
I mean, you look at Doge, that's still 34 billion market cap.
Insane, isn't it?
Yeah, and creeping up.
What is Athena?
ENA. Yeah, USD.
Athena,
USD issues. But apart from that, I don't know. I don't actually know what the purpose of ENA is, unless it's just a governance token.
No.
Which is obviously a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, like top 10. So you've obviously got USDC in there. Tron, I think, brilliant. Obviously, really cheap transaction fees. Cardano,
Who's using it?
Hyperliquid, we talked about, get it. And then you're into Chainlink, Avalanche, and you go, right, they are decent and should do really well.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, so I thought, like Bitcoin Cash, who
It's just-
really gives a fuck about that? Litecoin.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
It's-
No one really does care. They just get dragged along.
No.
They just get dragged along for the ride. I think I don't know what the deal with Bitcoin Cash is, because has that even gone down yet? Because there was a period of time when that was just holding like non-stop.
556. Guess what another coin is that I had held from the last bull run that's gone up? Bitcoin Cash. And I sold it. Oh, just counter trade me. That's what I'd do.
It's moved up quite nicely.
I might start bidding pump, to be honest. I like the pullback. The pump's come back towards where it consolidated.
Yeah, because we were chatting on the Stonksy in the Stonksy lounge, weren't we, on
Yeah.
Sunday about Pump, about what they do. We had an idea for Pump, Justin, that I think would take off. Is, you know, you've got the live streamers. If Pump turned into a perp dex, and they had live streamers who essentially would trade with. People could put in money to copy trade the live streamers. I mean, it would be an absolute car crash, but I think it would do really well.
Pump is what, 2 billion market cap.
Yeah. What's the fully diluted of it though? Because it's not. I think, is it only 25% float at the minute?
What does the trading volume look like on it? Volume. Fully diluted is 5.25.
Okay. So what, about 40% ish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and start longing some pump now. Actually,
It does look quite nice on the daily though. You've got sort of this retest here. Whether it comes and sweeps these wicks here would be interesting. ZRO started
down again.
Down again, but it's had
over
a couple of nice moves up.
again.
I bidded some cow over the weekend.
That had a nice move yesterday, didn't it?
Profits on that. Yeah, because we were literally chatting about it, weren't we, Dave, on Sunday, saying it looked pretty good at 27 cents, and then just goes.
So where are you thinking for something like Pump?
Well, I suppose it depends on what you classify it as, because in terms of revenue, it literally is probably, minus the exchanges, the thing that makes the most money out of everything. They make more money than Hyperliquid. They make more money than pretty much anyone.
Yeah.
So if you classify it as like an actual like revenue protocol, then I mean the sky's the limit, really, innit? Especially obviously if they bring on a perp dex, then obviously instantly they probably have the best option on Solana. Yeah, how is it not a competitor with Hyperliquid then, really?
So I would say,
yeah, but the
I
thing
was
about
going
it,
to bid, it would be somewhere. Is this right? Pump fund 0.004.
I was thinking, yeah, lower, but I don't know.
so like this range here, taking out the tops, yeah, because you've got a really nice established level back here.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm looking. Again, not a signal. Where was you looking, Dave? Lower than that.
Well, originally I was hoping for towards 3.5, but I don't think it gets there.
I quite like this area here, teasing this, and then
maybe
a little wick down.
maybe come and clear
I'm
out
going to
them
mark out.
that low that it's put in so far. It had a great rally on. I think it was Sunday, or maybe it was it was Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you
I was
looking,
thinking
Dave? 3-5.
3-5-ish, yeah. Back to a starting point, but I don't think it probably goes that low.
I'll mark out everyone's bids in the chart so we can see who's.
I would bid before then anyway. Now,
Come on, Bitcoin. Justin's in profit.
So that would be interesting. I front run you both, so I might get wrecked here.
well, to be honest, I was thinking
Look at
of
the
putting it long
state
for
of
me here. To
that.
be honest,
Yeah, I suppose you've got quite a nice
Yeah.
retest, haven't you? So if
Well,
I
the
might
thing
even buy spot.
there,
My general view
you've got
is
here.
we are going to have a bit of a we are in and we are having a bit of a relief pump. I do expect one more flush
Yeah,
market wide.
Yeah, and you've got a lot of news this week that I think is quite. Obviously, you've got jolts today, but then it's a lot of unemployment news this week.
NFP Friday.
Yeah, NFP, and I think unemployment now is certainly the data release to keep an eye on. I think more so than inflation, given Powell's comments that full employment is now their primary aim of the dual mandate is what they'll, because ultimately they're having to make a choice now. Now we're in stagflation. As much as the Fed won't admit we're in stagflation, they now have to make a choice. Do they prop up unemployment as a preference, or do they try and limit inflation? And I think ultimately the unemployment is where they focus on. Although it's interesting because I think I was reading quite an interesting article, and it's a really interesting paradigm that they're in the fact that because you have such seismic shifts in the technology landscape, is I don't know actually how much effect on unemployment lowering interest rates actually would have, because I think we're seeing a lot of jobs go that wouldn't come back if rates were lower. Because ultimately, if rates are lower, you can borrow more money to pay for more advanced automation or more, and try and really sort of. I think there's now a real focus on getting cost bases down more than, and I think ultimately the rates are only a small part of that. I think we've got a direction of travel that the Federal Reserve probably is unable to stop.
Yeah, it's just well, we know it's all going to tears anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'm still saying my personal view that financial news on its own is not going to do this.
No, we need seismic external.
It's going to be market-wide impact. That's my view, and I'm sticking to it.
I like it.
I like it.
Crikey.
Yeah, I've
creeping up again.
Then some spot pop.
The UK 10 years.
Yeah.
Continuing up. I mean, the UK is.
See the clown show. I
to all
don't know if you watched the news stuff yesterday with the Labour Party conference.
No.
I thought you were dressed for the Labour conference, Justin. I thought that's where you're
I'm dressed for a red day. I got what I wanted. I need to go get changed into green now. I'm in longs. I think Dave's kind of got the I'm kind of red. Dave looks a bit green on his top, so I think we've got it covered.
Yeah,
it's like a teal colour.
That'll work.
Yeah, I've just suppose it fits with just going buying some pump.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, show me a 2x on pump. Show
What
me.
is our great white hope for the ball run? What are we thinking is going to...
What, in terms of what ticker, or
what narrative,
what we see?
or anything is going to be leading the way?
I'd love to see. I think ultimately, the more I think about it, and the more I try and get my head around it, I think DeFi will be the narrative. It's not a particularly sexy narrative, but if you're chasing institutional capital, the one thing institutional capital knows very well is financial systems and financial derivatives. I think ultimately there's some stuff that I struggle to see the justification of. Gaming is one that I can't really get my head around. Just because how does it, unless you see something like GTA do a full ecosystem, it's not gonna work, and I don't see the point in anyone doing a full ecosystem if you're a AAA developer, because ultimately that just means you're diluting your own pot.
I've tried game. I won't try it again. I got wrecked on a few gaming ones, and also retraced quite a bit on a few gaming ones as well. So me and gaming are done.
Yeah, similarly, L1s, I don't know. I just can never get, because I think ultimately a lot of these L1s were designed for people to say this institution is going to be using this L1, and all we've seen throughout this entire cycle is institutions either building their own L2 or building their own L1. Like they're not using anyone else. Like Google have built their own. We've seen Stripe build their own. Robinhood are building their own and using a L2, and they're using Arbitrum in the meantime. A bank won't use a pre-existing L1 or L2. They'll build their own. So ultimately, I don't know. And then it's hard to think what. I mean, I'd love to see this thing do really well, and ultimately, I think this thing probably will do quite well eventually. Been a painful one to hold, at least sort of down here. I sold a little bit here, which made this bit a bit more bearable. I don't know. And then you've just got stuff like Pengu. Like, where's that going? Where's that going?
State of that.
And it literally could be anything and everything, right? It could, the whole thing could go absolutely scattered. Or you could have certain narratives pop off. It could be a token or something that just goes. But your guess is as good as mine. It's deeply frustrating. Back to being
and you still just get new launch after new launch.
Bitcoin massive. I think Dave, we spoke about it on Stonksy many months ago.
Yeah. I mean, what you would think is obviously there will be some massive kind of flush out, won't there? I think, unless it's like a really big thing, I think people are done with kind of buying VC coins now, aren't they? Unless it's a really big one like XPL and the others that we've saw come out. But yeah, I can't see next cycle people giving the trust to new launches unless it's a meme or a massive one that you just can't ignore.
So here's a question then. I don't know how many coins there were last cycle, all coins. Obviously, there's been an explosion during the bear market and obviously with memes and stuff this time around. Do you think next cycle there will be as many, more than or less than tickers in existence?
Ooh. I think And I think we may continue to see more. However, I think one thing we will see eventually, and one thing that's probably needed, is moving more towards the traditional investor system where you have indexes. I know Swissborg are very good from the thematic point of view, but I think there'd be a lot of value in an institution bundling some of the top tickers or some top tickers in a
100% agree.
sector.
I was literally having this thought at the weekend, is that if there was a crypto ETF or whatever it may be, that or an index that basically just tracked the market cap or whatever it may be, it would be the barrier to entry for retail would be infinitely lower. Because you could go, how do I know out of these 2 million coins which ones to buy? And you could go, right, I am going to index the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And I'd love to see, if that did happen, a mechanism in it where it went off, it gave it a more, it gave it a fairer rating in terms of the market cap. So you weren't essentially including coins that had a high market cap but only had like a 10% float. If you were able to really sort of get that sort of true floating reflection, or I think we move more towards that system, but like even something like a top 50, something to incentivize projects to actually try and run their price up rather than just cash out along the way. Because I think we've seen quite a lot of tokens who, I don't think the founders are particularly interested in running an all-time high, because if they can range it, they can just get the money out that they need to get out when they get it out. There's not really been an incentive to run your market cap incredibly high, because you can just take out along the way up. There are some really I saw, was it Coinbase are offering their one, which I think was like the top 5 cryptos in the Mag 7, which is interesting. The one that I really wished I was able to invest in, but as a UK citizen I cannot, is VanEck do a really good one where it's a blend of the best projects on chain, but also the best stocks that are in the ecosystem. It's a blend. I think there's probably quite a lot of value in that, but ultimately, if you want to get people's money in, people aren't I think we said before, people aren't going to take money out of a tax advantaged or safe account. They're not going to take it out of their 401k or their ISA, etc., to go and start buying shit on Radium. I just don't see it. I think ultimately those ETFs would actually be a very interesting.
I would be
view. And that's
astonished if it doesn't happen. Even if it's not this cycle, at some point in the not too distant future, and then obviously because obviously once you get the individual, how many different ETFs have we got live now? So we've got Bitcoin
of crypto, but we'll get a lot more now, because they've changed the rules, haven't they, where they can now just do a generic listing, so that you don't have to apply for special privileges. I think you can just put together a proposal and have it live imminently,
instead of doing
which is how a lot
of waiting to list.
Because you get a lot in the US of traditional stocks. You can't really get as many in the UK, but in the US, you'll get pretty much any stock that has any sort of volume. There's always a leveraged ETF of it. Do I think leveraged ETFs would be good for the crypto ecosystem, considering the amount of leverage that is already in the crypto ecosystem? I think it would be an interesting one. But I mean, I'd love to be able just to buy like a 2x Bitcoin ETF that I can just stick in an ISA and buy every so often. I can just buy it when it looks cheap and sell it
Yep.
when it looks expensive.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the FCA won't
I
allow
wonder
that. But
if there was one
Yeah, some of
available and you went, for example, let's have a look. Let's just take the top 10, because obviously taking out stable coins, but if you had Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, BNB, what's that to Solana, Doge, Tron, Cardano, and Hyperliquid, for example, that I wonder what your returns would have been if you'd have just had like some kind of tracker on that.
Yeah, let me have a look actually, because I think you can. So if I do top 10, so what were they again? Because I think you can on TradingView, can't you? You can get if you go on it, it shows
Right.
a simulation. So we had Bitcoin.
6, 7, 8, 5. I can't bear to have Cardano in there, but Bitcoin. So if you've done the top 10, excluding stables, it would be Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, BNB, Solana, Doge, Tron, Cardano, Hyperliquid, and Chainlink. That would be your bouquet. And if there isn't one, maybe we should launch an ETF, lads.
It'd be interesting to throw some stocks in there as well if we do a mixture. Say you pick like 5 cryptos and 5 crypto stocks. I tell you what is looking interesting is Gemmy.
Yeah,
Have you been keeping an eye on it, Wiz?
Gemini. Yeah, I bought some in the dip. Galaxy. Oh, I bought some. I bought some Galaxy on the dip. That's looking pretty.
Gemini's
pretty
like rounded
tasty as
off
well.
and is now just basing, which is a good sign.
I've got 9. So I've got Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, BNB, Doge, Tron, Hype, Link,
Solana.
Adder. What was the other one that we had? That's the one. How can I forget about Solana? And then, if I remember rightly, how do you? Here we are. Right. So does it show them all as a bundle? No, it doesn't. Ah, that's that then. No, it doesn't show it as a group bundle, I don't think. I mean, in fairness, all of your gains will have come from Hype.
Yep. But even then, it depends,
Pretty
obviously, when you would have bought it. But, I mean, what did Bitcoin do off the bottom? That's done 5x, 6x, 10x? No. What did it go down to, Bitcoin?
115k. Sorry, 15k.
Yeah. Look at the state of that from an all-time perspective.
And you just had to do nothing. You just had to do.
If you actually think about that in itself, Dave and Wiz, you think the biggest cryptocurrency that there is, the godfather that is Bitcoin, if you'd have bought bottom of the cycle, and we're not even at the top of the cycle yet, you'd have done, you'd been, what, 8, 9x from bottom to top? So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even better if you'd have just thought, well, who's going to benefit from the next cycle the most and just bought MicroStrategy? That thing did like a 30x.
Yeah.
If you just all in on MicroStrategy. Even Coinbase has done like a 15.
Yeah, Coinbase ripped.
Which is just
Whereas
amazing.
most altcoins are minus 15x.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, isn't it? Like, yeah.
But obviously, that's hindsight's a wonderful thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I still rue the fact that I didn't hold on to all of my Palantir because I remember buying this when it first launched as a SPAC at $10. Although it did absolutely nothing, but I cashed out. I cashed out quite a big chunk around here, which pains me to see it up here. But that thing is just obscene. In terms of like things that need to distribute, that is right up there. Half $1 trillion.
Mental, isn't it? Mental. So are we going to get October?
Valuations.
Yes. October, up November, down December, down December.
Yeah. Do you know what I faded that's really annoying? Is someone on a Spaces was talking about it as well. Do you remember last year when there was that meme coin, October? Apparently that's done 3,000% in the last week.
Really? Well, you know what the best thing to do now is, don't you? Is look for a meme coin with Upvember and front run it. Let's see.
Yeah.
3,000.
Hang on.
Just once. Say that to me. I promise I'll be a good boy.
I think. Oh, this is
actually
one
on
about.
Solana called Upvember that launched last year, and someone has actually been buying it. Someone has actually been buying it the last couple days. Last year it launched. Yeah, so someone's been buying it off the low, I'm guessing, in preparation for it.
I may have to check this out. Oh,
41k market cap, but someone bought loads yesterday. That sent it from 14k to 41k market cap. What market cap is this October one gone to?
Let's have a look. It's a Dex Screener jobby, I imagine.
I'll pop the link into this one into our.
I need to stop saying the word jobby because I realised it's not particularly good in Scottish. Apparently, it has quite a different meaning in Scotland. Someone remind me. So October is 2.8.
Well, this one's currently. I can't believe someone was buying it yesterday. So someone's obviously buying this in preparation for something. It seems.
Someone knows.
And this was launched last year in November, and it went to 2.3 mil on day one, and then just died. No, it didn't. It went to 220k. Now the question is, do you buy this one, or there is only one Upvember on Sol? Do you just launch a new one?
But is there any like
such an easy trade? It was 58k last week.
Is there enough liquidity on those kind of platforms at the moment, or is it people still buying aping memes?
What's the liquidity on it, Wiz? What does it say?
The liquidity is 354k.
So you would assume that's split both evenly, buy and sell. So there's like 150k worth of liquidity to the sell side, you would imagine.
Yeah. That is just. And then if you look at it on the compared to the year, what did this run to last year? This thing ran to 75 million last year.
I hate everything, honestly.
But it did it in 2 days and then rugged. It launched, ran up, and then just rugged. Oh, I bet someone.
Oh
has
yeah, I
just
can
been
see it at the top
accumulating
there.
the
Actually,
hell out
October.
of
Yeah,
this.
someone's printed on that. Did we buy this one for Upvember, or do we just launch our own?
Let's have a look at
Pull it up
November.
because someone's been buying it.
Love the way someone's
Yeah,
put
I know.
brackets
But
real.
yeah, someone's
Oh,
been
yeah.
buying it over the last few days, especially yesterday. Unless that was because October started pumping, maybe, and then people have gone, "Oh, well, it's a
Yeah.
November one." But there is only one of
Look at that.
there is only one of them, so we could launch our own.
7,000 market cap.
I wonder if there's
Wow.
one called Down December.
Townsend.
No, there's not. Oh, there's opportunity here. Smells like opportunity.
I've not been on the. I've not even looked on the meme front for. What's launched that's done.
I'm still so mentally scarred with it all.
It's yeah. This is one actually, to be fair, not a meme coin, but this is something that I've been buying up a little bit that looks as a little bit of a punt, although someone has just been unloading that shit all morning. Is this? I don't exactly know what it does.
What is it? Can't see it.
It's called OpenX AI. Actually, I'll move it onto my other screen so that there we are. So it's this. Someone put me onto it a while back, so I was buying it a little bit around here. But obviously, I've ridden this down a little bit. Look at the state of that.
Where?
Just need one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just need
What's
one.
this? Oh, yeah, Avon. Did you see this? I know a few people who have begun longing this. This might actually be quite an interesting one, Dave. I'll get the proper chart up because this is actually.
It's come back to a nice area, hasn't it?
Yeah, because it's it's backed by a Mr. Peter Thiel. I'm sure we all know Peter Thiel. I don't know. I don't know who's. You'd imagine a Perpdex on base would probably want to get quite close to a certain bold gentleman who runs an exchange.
Yeah.
That's been bled out. Yeah, that's been bled out.
Oh, so is this a Perpdex? Yeah.
Yes, this is Perpdex. This is
right in Dave's wheelhouse.
Yeah. This is getting me all fuzzy inside.
Yeah, it's a Perpdex on the base network. That's been completely bled out. It had a nice run. I know a few people who are longing this.
I just want these airdrops to happen. That's what I want.
Yeah, I want the Perpdex narrative to explode. Oh, my screen's gone. I want the Perpdex narrative to explode. Only because I want my lighter airdrop, and I want my lighter airdrop to be pretty juicy. Because I think I've at current prices of that airdrop, I think I've got just shy of 5K, which feels
and there's
like a nice bit of relief
as well on Hyperliquid. Yeah. Dreamcatcher. That should hopefully be a nice airdrop.
Yeah.
So outside of it, so did we say what we think is next year? Could it be obviously Perpdex are on vogue at the moment. What's the rotation? Is it going to be layer ones? Is it going to be real world assets? Is it going to be AI? Dave's. We won't talk about gaming because that's too emotional.
Ooh.
I don't know. What do you think about memes? Do you think memes are kind of done?
No.
Or
I think large cap memes, to me, look okay.
hmm.
Yeah.
Where's it? 'Cause
Bitcoin's looking a bit deflated now, isn't it?
What's
Yeah,
that one?
I think
It's had a nice
But-
bounce back yesterday, though. To be fair,
Bitcoin. I
Bitcoin.
think we see like a proper meme season towards the end of the cycle. Like I was discussing this with Evan this morning. Is I think when everyone's got stupid money again at the end of a cycle, when they started selling things, and people are looking at their wallets thinking, do I be sensible and withdraw and take my profits, or do I gamble
Not
this
rolling the
Solana?
dice.
Yeah, I've got $500 Solana sitting in my wallet. do I just ape it on memes?
Did you see that them Hyperliquid NFTs that got dropped over the weekend?
No.
So they dropped 5,000 NFTs to Hyperliquid users. Don't know how they judged who to drop them to, but
Okay.
some of them have been selling for like 250k and stuff. And I think the floor of
Yeah.
them, like I don't know how we see the floor of them, but I think the floor of them is like big, like they've got a big floor now.
Were
I don't
they
need to
part
know.
of? Were they part of a collaboration with Bored Ape Yacht Club?
I don't know. I don't know. I
'Cause
don't know
I saw.
how they decided who to drop them to and stuff. But
I
they are
saw
just
something.
selling for like. I mean, let me just type it in. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up. K Hype. What's it called?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
Hyper. Yeah, that's it. Hyper NFT.
Ooh. Never got into NFTs. Never. I think we've spoken about it before, Dave, haven't we? As to
Yeah.
we had a stream. I think it was Dave was saying, so and so looks NFTs look cheap, and I sort of said to him, Dave, you've got a picture of a monkey selling for $60,000.
I've dropped it in if you want to pull it up.
Tell that to your mates down the pub.
I know. Insert. So the floor on them is 1,114 hype, which is God knows how much in dollars. Oh, 50k, yeah. 50k.
Ooh. They do look pretty interesting.
And I
Though.
don't know how I don't know, because there's only 4,600 of them, so I don't know how they decided who to drop them to or if they were sold or what. I don't know.
Are you still in your Pepe position, Dave?
No, I got took out on that. Pepe is one that I do. If I was looking to hold a meme, I think I would probably be inclined to maybe choose Pepe. If I was looking to hold a meme like over the next 3, maybe more months, whatever, I think Pepe is probably maybe the one that I would choose out of all of them.
So Bonk to me looks like it's got more to come down. Pepe looks like it's got more to come down. I'm not going to go into this.
SPX came back into an interesting area over the weekend. That's still, it's basically still in it as well.
Like that.
That looks like it's either going to hold here or going to come down more. Have a look at SPX, see what you think. I don't think I would be too.
Doge at 20 cents is a good buy.
Not financial advice. I
Yeah.
don't want to get sued.
Fartcoin looks like it's coming towards a good area. I like the look of Whiff as well, to be honest with you. A lot of them look like they've still got quite a ways to drop, but they look like they're coiling to pump, personally.
Yeah.
The big cap ones.
Yeah, Bonk, Peanut. I'll tell you what did have a push up is our Rats.
I refuse to look at that pile of shite. When the market cap's now £2.50 in a packet of crisps, it's hard for it to pump.
Yeah, Whiff.
But I don't think, as we know, of how memes are utilised, I can't see memes really getting their pump on until Bitcoin's had its next leg, where you get that store of value kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or wash
Moodang.
trading, or what you want to call it.
How is that held up? Pepe.
Trump looks absolutely obliterated.
Yeah.
Follow the only guy that's worse, Melania.
Yeah. Horrendous. Myro looks horrendous as well.
Yeah.
Sundog. Me and Dave have been discussing this. I've got a very small daily DCA that I've just left running on this, just in case Justin Sun does decide to do something with it. Turbo.
Yeah, the thing
Turbo
is,
don't look too bad.
you have to just be
No.
so patient with these things, don't you? Like,
Book of Meme wrecked.
yeah,
Brett
a lot of these just won't
wrecked.
come back.
Catty
Okay.
wrecked. Dog wrecked. Fart coins coming down to a nice area. 40 cents for fart coin, I'd say is not bad.
The thing is, you just sometimes just get shit like that. Like
Yeah.
that on Toshi. This will forever haunt me because I was tweeting this chart and never took a position on it. And that would have been the perfect entry and the perfect exit.
I wonder how things like Silly and things that have been delisted. So like silly, you'd have to buy them on Dexes, obviously, I'd imagine. But like Silly,
Oh, look at that.
it's down to
1
Have any,
million market cap.
Are
1
there any
million market cap.
CZ meme coins that are just like completely dead at the moment? Like any that are like kind of tied to him, or I don't know. I could probably see. Do you remember when Broccoli went crazy because he said his dog's name was Broccoli? What's that doing? Because you just know at some point in the future he's probably just going to tweet a picture of him and this dog, and it's just going to full send again. It was like
Moodang's been I mean, that's just distributing down, isn't it?
Ooh, I see what you mean, Dave. Although they've just had, in September, they had what looks to be an exit pump.
Yeah.
Not accusing them of anything, but that feels like an exit pump.
Yeah. I wouldn't buy it, but I would just be interested to know if there's any like, because I tried asking Grok, to see if there's ones that maybe people had forgot about or not. But
I'll tell you another one that's been completely forgotten about.
what's
Is
that?
Solana backwards. You know what I mean?
Solana backwards.
Oh, yes,
You know that one?
I do. That's another one that I have a daily DCA on. Not a big DCA. Analos.
Analos. I don't even remember this.
500 million market cap at one point, and now the market cap is $337,000.
You are joking. And who's involved in this one now?
That is, I think it's someone called Vitalik.
Right. Hasn't he gone to jail? Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. My thesis with stuff like this is that, and this one, I think on KuCoin, I've just got a DCA set up to buy $2 a day and see where it goes. If it pumps, it pumps. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Ultimately, at some point, that will just get, unless it's just completely dead, that'll at some point just get a big exit pump. Pepe, look at that. Pepe actually looks quite good. I'd like to see here.
It needs to drop. It's going to sweep the lows
Down here.
Yeah, I reckon it will sweep into that fair value gap. Be my guess.
What other one did I chart out the other day? Mask. Look at the state of that.
I tell you what, you did have on the screen just a minute ago, Wiz, was Aptos. I think that's got some legs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 'cause you can see it's starting to find a little bit of support down here. Oh, I've got it marked out here. I've not actually got this charted up, but yeah, you can see we've swept where we did for the original impulse.
Yeah.
State of that though, like imagine going to bed one day and your coin is worth $3, and you wake up the next day and your coin is worth 20.
One day, it'll be me. It'll be me.
This one we've spoken about as well. Wormhole.
Yeah.
On the weekly looks quite nice.
I think I got out of Wormhole.
Metal. Someone mentioned Metal DAO.
Sold it at the very top of the recent pump, which is good. And my next area of interest has not triggered yet. So.
Yes. Someone spoke to me about this Metal DAO. I don't know exactly what it does. It feels like it's a rogue job, because if you had a DAO that was solely related to metal,
yeah,
that may be the next. That may be the next frontier. Is if you could find a way to create some sort of hedge fund on chain, how that might do, and you just bought loads of stuff. I saw actually it was on. I've forgotten the name of the project, but I was listening to a Blockworks podcast, and there was a guy who was basically it was this new private equity firm that what they were doing was buying old-fashioned businesses using on-chain capital, implementing blockchain into the workflow of the business, and then reselling the profits on chain.
Yeah.
That sounded quite interesting, but I can only imagine the loopholes and hurdles you have to jump through to do some of that above board. Look at Mantle.
What's that done since July?
4x pretty much. Yeah, 4x from July pretty much. Yeah, no, 3x probably. Yeah, 60 cents. Will Aave see a move back up?
Aave's been one of the stronger narratives, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of them, CRV and stuff like that. Everything will do all right at some point.
What's your thoughts on Asta, Justin?
Asta, is that one that went nutty recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
easy one.
That is the CZ Perp Dex.
Yeah, it's the one that kind of kickstarted all this.
The thing is, the fact that he's been so vocal about it, says to me that it's going to go into a bit of a phase of distribution. It looks like distribution to me, anyway.
Yeah. Fading down. Might be of interest if it got to here or here, but you're still buying. I think it's only like it's not. It's barely unlocked as well as it's low float type of thing.
It's another one of those that go back to the old adage, sell the news kind of thing.
Yeah, you're chasing at this point, I think.
Yeah, you are basically the exit point.
Oops, I'm flashing a Fernando long. Look at the state of some of the Polkadot stuff.
Dead.
That is.
There was a time when this was meant to be like one of the biggest things in crypto. I remember when this launched in 2021, and it was meant to be like one of the.
Is this Glimmer?
Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moonbeam,
the end of 2021 into 2022, it was meant to be like one of the biggest things.
Well, I know this was one of Tomo's big ones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the state of that.
I don't think there's been many altcoins that you've clicked up and gone, yes, that looks really good. I'm gonna back that.
Yeah. I mean, just pull up the hype.
Apart from this one. Swiss Borg.
What's the market cap of Borg?
That's done very well, hasn't it? I think Borgie's
500 million.
Borgie's been doing well too, hasn't it?
Yeah, everything on the ecosystem will do well. I was chatting to Evan this morning about it. You're chasing now at this point, like the ship's sailed. I don't know. I'm still bullish on this, and I think it goes higher. But for me, stuff like this now, like the risk reward isn't there. I wouldn't be tempted by this because if this thing went to $1, you'd barely make a 2x. And to go to $1, you're basically looking at the absolute one of the high points of the previous cycle.
Look at stuff that hasn't pumped. Is basically my thing. Don't look at the stuff that hasn't pumped.
I do really like the look of this.
Yes, there's going to be stuff. If you ape into things that are going guarantee, then your basic liquidity is my thoughts.
What about Velo? That thing is. That's a bit of a blast from the past.
Yeah. I just don't try. I just want to get out of what I'd quite happily just take break even on some of my stuff now.
That's I think that's sort of my position now is I'd rather I don't want to trade any of this stuff with leverage, but I don't really want to own any of this stuff. I want to own it just before it goes up, but I don't want to hold it. I just don't trust it because everyone will be looking to get straight out of it. Anyway, gentlemen, before we wrap up, is there any final comments, thoughts? How do you think the week's playing out?
Dave's pondering.
Yeah, go up, then put the low of October in early in the month, and then send it. It's probably, I think probably the low of the month gets put in early for October. Would be my thoughts.
The thing is, we looking at the Fed watch thing. Obviously, we are expecting a rate cut in end of 29th of October. Yeah. That will get front run, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would expect some positive action, same as you, Dave, this week. Then something's going to happen that's going to cause a sell-off at the start, like early next week, or a liquidation candle, or whether that is Russia, whether that's Middle East, or something completely random. And then it'll be back, and then it'll be then some positive narrative will come out, and it will go boom. That's I still think financial news is part of it, but it'll be something external.
Yeah.
Is my view. But as ever, whatever the charts tell us to do is what
we follow. We follow the plan.
Charts, not the noise.
Trade the plan, and so far trading the plan has been quite profitable.
Yes.
Hopefully we see. I'd like to see quite a nice move, only because I am now quite long on MicroStrategy with an entry that I am quite happy with, and I have. I've still got some calls. I've got $360 calls that expire at the end of next week, so I'd ideally like to see that begin to push up.
Yeah, that moves ahead of Bitcoin, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's
not really
on that.
Yeah.
Then it's
he's not really buying. he's not really been buying. Like
Can't,
his
can
size is tiny now.
Yeah, they can't with that money. They can't raise anymore.
But if it does, I'll be very proud because I think I got a generational entry on that. An absolute bottom tick on a back test that I'd waited months for. So yeah, be
Which will be a
interesting.
good thing because as soon as it starts to get back towards 400, you'll see him start buying with size again.
Yeah,
just carry
exactly.
on,
He can start issuing again,
which will then obviously maybe then catalyze the Bitcoin catch up on it.
Yeah, 100%.
I missed the days where he was just buying like 5 billion in a week and stuff. Like, do you remember that time period when there was? I think they bought like 10 billion within a week or something. Like, it was crazy.
It was nuts, wasn't it? I just wish he'd done it in the bear market. If he's gonna raise all this money and blast it, could he not have done it when we were at 10k? And run it up? But yeah. Anyway, it's been a pleasure, gentlemen, and yeah, I think am I on with you this afternoon, Dave?
Yeah, come on, mate. Yeah.
I think I am. Yeah, so I'm going to go out for a run in the sunshine, and then we will talk more crypto. But yeah, pleasure as always, gentlemen, and yeah, everyone.
Cheers,
don't get
lads.
wrecked. See you later.